2 daggers are better than 1.
Should get out of this place, Mr. Blazkowicz!
Sounds like a good idea to me.
No one leaves my camp.
Hate to make compliments, but I might have underestimated the usefulness of your ape-like physique, Mr. Blazkowicz.
Doubt you should. Tell me, what is it?
Das Yichud is an ancient, mystical society. For millennia, we have operated with utmost secrecy up until right now.
What do you do? Do you pray?
No, Mamale, we don't pray. We invent things, Mamale. The technology developed by Das Yichud is centuries ahead of anything you've ever seen or imagined, and highly dangerous in the wrong hands. And the Nazis found our safekeeping. They stole our secrets. They used them to win the war. Everything they have accomplished, everything was built upon our knowledge. But it wasn't our only safekeeper. We have hundreds of them hidden in the secret places of the world. Hundreds, some small and tentative like the ones the Nazis found. Others, great halls of knowledge stacked high, magnificent inventions, things that to you will seem like magic. Now, I can open for you the gates to such a place. Getting there will be a challenge.
What will it take?
Well, the safekeeper's hidden deep below the Atlantic Ocean. We will need a U-boat capable of great depths, that's all.
Stealing a goddamn Nazi U-boat? This is what you're proposing? Are you off your head, man?
I know how to get a U-boat, but for my plan to work, I need this thing operational. Can you do it?
I'm a Das Yichud engineer. I can do this in my sleep.
Good. We would need some additional features on it, too. I will prepare a specification for you. Blazkowicz, help him out, sir, if you'd be so kind.
I swear, the guy that looks like he gets shot looks like he's Bombate over here. I'm surprised that he's here.
Welding equipment, please.
Sit.
Yes.
Alright, just a welder, eh?
What exactly you were doing?
So, if I recall correctly, it is not available in the tool shop, but we will go to the tool shop first. There's probably some health, yep. And probably in exactly the same spot. Hi there. Hey Max. How you doing? Alright, we'll sleep for a second and hopefully get some more health. Be at 170.
Jesus Christ, Tekla. Why aren't you asleep?
I try not to sleep. No telling if I'll ever wake up. Let me ask you something. He will not understand. Where do you go when you lose consciousness? Why even bother?
What?
Surprise, surprise. You have a brain. The brain is a biological computational device running an electrochemical process. Your consciousness is an emergent property of said process. Blank face like that of a baby. In other words, you are your electrochemical process. Fundamentally, you have the experience of a continuous existence. You are you at this point in time, the same you as you were in the past, and you have a sensation of riding along this continuum of being you into the future. Do you follow me? Doesn't look like it. Continuing. On occasion, the brain may be subjected to trauma, temporarily discontinuing the electrochemical process, such as a boxer being knocked out. As this occurs, the brain is no longer running its electrochemical consciousness-generating process. Hence, consciousness is lost. You lose consciousness. Pay attention now. At this point in time, your consciousness, all that is you, your continuum of being you, has ceased to exist in the physical world. Now, moments later, the electrochemical process may start up again, allowing consciousness to emerge out of the information stored in the brain. But I wonder, where are you in the meantime? No, it's too stupid. Must we not assume that at the point when consciousness is lost, the person dies? If a new consciousness appears or not in the same brain is entirely inconsequential to the dead consciousness. The new consciousness is simply a new person. Because it emerges from the same brain, it has access to all the memories and cognitive structures as a dead consciousness, so it thinks it is the same person, but in actuality, it is just an imposter, inheriting the body and brain from the previous, now dead inhabitants. Yes, like talking to a child.
What about the soul?
Soul. I knew he was stupid. There's no such thing as a soul. We are machines of biology, nothing more, nothing less. Idiot! The soul, simply a pointless concept dreamt up by priests and fairy tale men. You're an anomaly, you. An outlier. Useless. A laughing anus is what you are. What to make of you, I do not know. Are you here to help me?
You seem beyond help. What are you working on?
Gathering data. Nazi activity. Behavioral patterns. Ours. Theirs. Doing the math. Developing predictions. Where are they allocating resources? Where will they strike next? And after that, what are the larger trends triggering their actions? Figure out what choices they will make before they make them.
You talk as if the future is inevitable, as if all our choices have already been made.
You think there is such a thing as free will? You know so little of the world. You want to be the captain of your fate, do you? This fight, you will lose. You cannot go to war against physics.
My actions are my own. I know that much.
All phenomena in the physical world follow the simple rule of cause and effect. Your brain is no exception to the rule. Know the causes, you can predict the effects. The same is true for everything.
So what's with the arsenal?
Preparing for the end. I know where my road leads, and I intend to take as many Nazis with me as I can muster.
You have any experience with firearms?
Will you teach me?
Well, Tekla is certainly interesting and unique. I like the way she thinks. It's not quite where I thought they were going with that. Part of me thought that what they were going to say was something similar to the effect of, while Blazkowicz was under for those 14 years, perhaps that's when the 2009 Wolfenstein happened. So there was a different existence outside of this game in a different dimension or something. I think they could do some really interesting things, and I kind of wish that they had done something like that, because there are timelines in this game. So what if there were completely separate timelines? One where BJ is not so beefy and has black hair and does completely different things. It would be very, very interesting to have something like that, where you could just have multiple universes that
In the hangar. Bet he's tinkering with them helicopters.
that work around the game's storyline, and that would just be really interesting, because then you wouldn't reject anything that has happened in any of the games, just that it has happened differently in each of these timelines. It's kind of similar to the way that things like DC and Marvel like to do their comics, because sometimes they like to retcon things because they don't like the way that something was going. Or something they just want to experiment with, and it's just kind of an interesting way to do things if you do something like that. Borrowed welder, Fergus.
Took that welder.
He did indeed. I'm gonna grab some of these knives. Probably won't come in handy, but knives, you know, I will take them if I can have them. And I believe we've got all the collectibles from around here, yeah. I like to double check things. That's just something I do. Yeah, we've already heard that. These names appearing over people's heads always reminds me of the Pitch Black game with Vin Diesel. It's very similar.
You're looking at me for answers, are you? I have answers, you ape. Real answers of importance. Meaningful answers. None of which you would like. Most of which would make you want to lay down on your back and surrender. Most of which would put a pit in your stomach. Most of which would break your heart. You should find your answers elsewhere.
But you've obviously don't have all the answers, because when I came around and when Fergus came around, you were confused because it didn't fit your equation. So you're not completely correct all the time.
What do you want, Blazkowicz?
Looking for the welder. You seen it?
No, I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute. No, you're right, you're right. I was meaning to sort out the railing over by the secret fountain entrance. Fucking thing fell out of my hand into the water. I'm a bit busy at the moment, but you want the welder, you go right on ahead and start swimming. The door to the secret fountain entrance is in the main room behind the table. Go over there and you should find the welder somewhere down in the water somewhere.
Sure, thanks. Seems like Fergus is getting little by little more angry at us.
Always thinking of others, doing your best to lighten the burden of those around you. I don't know how on God's green earth I could do this without breaking my sodden back if you didn't pitch in. I mean, look at you, eh? All sleeves rolled up, striding to work like... You won't rest until what needs doing is done, eh? Tell me, you never get trapped in your own insane mind now, do you? Marvelous. Bloody fucking marvelous. Perhaps you should take a wee break there, Templar. You know, you could get nasty, pus-filled blisters on the soles of your feet. Or develop the mother of all pains in your back that hurts so fucking much you want to stab your own eyeballs out with whatever utensils within arm's reach just for a wee moment's distraction. No, I'm doing fine, really. Fucking Christ almighty!
That looks incredibly inefficient, Fergus. Why? Do you need my help?
No, I'm fine.
Good. Did you ever stop to realize that the past, present, and future are the same equation for all people and all things? The calculations have already been made and they are not going to be changing. Given all the variables and the proper methodology, obviously, of course. All future events are as predictable as a sunrise. Are you following this?
Aye. What will happen, eh? Is this what you're telling me?
I suppose, if naively described by a complete idiot. Well, I'm working the math, Mr. Fergus Reed. I know things about the future. You people are merely wandering the darkness, utterly ignorant as to whether the sun will rise tomorrow.
So tell me, Professor, are we going to win this fight?
Are you attempting to anger me? Can you even begin to comprehend the volume of data I would require to perform such a calculation? I could fill the whole of Berlin with variables on variables and still have nowhere near... Why am I even explaining this? It's just a waste of time. I can tell you that Captain William Joseph Blazkowicz has an impact on some larger threats.
Oh, really now? How did you manage to gather all the variables to reach that conclusion, Might it have something to do with his ability to execute missions never before dreamed of? Or perhaps it's his ability to remain calm under the most disturbing of circumstances. Or it could be his incredibly attuned sense of aggression. No! Wait, I've got it. It could be the fact that he's the biggest goddamn Nazi killing machine ever to walk the planet Earth. Yeah? I could have performed that calculation with my ass.
There you go again, provoking me for no reason. By the way, you should stack the crate's short end facing the door if you care about space optimization. He doesn't. Nobody ever cares about important things.
I really like this whole banter between both of them, especially because a lot of what she's saying makes sense in the context of the way that the game is put together. In fact, it's almost as if Tekla is poking fun at the fact that nothing's really changing, even though we are either letting Fergus or Wyatt live. I mean, sure, a couple of different people are alive, but what's different here? We still have helicopters, they still flew them in here, and it's still going to end up with the same final battle, probably, where instead of Fergus, it's going to probably be Wyatt's mind in the machine.
Shh, it's him.
But I do like the way she looks at things, and I like the way that it's literally the game designers poking fun at themselves for not really being able to calculate all the possible variables of different things that might happen just because there's someone different. Anyway, secret fountain entrance is back in the main area. There's no reason for me to stay in here, but I'm just enjoying these different quirks here. They're not super different, as Tekla is saying, but they are different enough that they make the game interesting to play again. It's okay. I'm not going to steal your beans. I don't even like beans. Ugh.
Help Set locate any part he might need, okay?
Sorry, pal. Don't mean to, you know, derail your train of thought, but I need to get through that door.
Ag, please. What I think about, I'd rather not think about.
That bad, huh?
Jay would think that when Jay seen what I have, your mind would break like an egg. How come it has not? Or maybe it has begun already and I just don't know it.
World changing. No matter who you are or what you're made of. Thing is, you and me, we just gotta ride the whirlwind. Make it through to the other side.
And kill all the Nazis?
And kill all the Nazis.
I would drink with you in celebration whenever that time comes.
Your arm.
Alright, out we go into the world. Hi, welder. I've been looking for you. Can I pull out another knife while I'm underwater? I don't think so. Oops.
Fenster geschaut und gesehen, wie ein paar schwarz gekleidete Männer mit den Nachbarn redeten. Die Frau weinte mit ihrem Neugeborenen auf dem Arm. Bitte bin ich wieder ins Bett. Ich konnte wegen des Lärms nebenan eine Weile nicht einschlafen.
I think we've already heard that, so I'm just gonna move on. Alright, let's see here. I need a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and blast it. I remember some of this, sorta, kinda.
Am Land Nautica eine Bombe explodiert. Vor einer Woche war alles noch ruhig. Was ist immer los? Warum trümmern unsere Flüge nicht gegen den Terror?
That's where the big battle happens. We also know from previous experience that each one of these things has a place to recharge at. So now that I do know that, it's important that I get a few of these down and have them available. You can't shoot that one down, it just won't let you. Mainly because it's important for the actual battle. But now with all these things down, I have places to hide rather than stupidly trying to crush one of these guys. I'm pretty sure if I do this, it will probably kill one instantly. Let's give it a try, shall we?